It is hard to imagine how a city 3,500 years old totally disappeared. During the height of its existence, Ephesus, situated in an ideal location on the intersection of the Aegean and Mediterranean seas on the coast of present-day Turkey, was a dominant naval power and metropolis. Even before its existence as a city, archaeological digs have found evidence of Neolithic settlers living in the area as long ago as 6000 BC, 8,000 years ago. However, the first permanent settlement came about 1500 BC under the Mycenaean expansion. Ephesus, as a significant settlement, began about 3,000 years ago as a Greek town because of its location as an excellent port. This is Kusadasi, the nearby Turkish port. Over the next several centuries, it was conquered by different dynasties, including the Lydians, the Persians, and then the Greeks again, under Alexander the Great. Next, it was ruled by the Syrians, the Seleucids, the Egyptians, the Romans, the Mithridates, the Seljuk Turks, the Byzantines, the Goths, the Crusaders, the Ottomans, and finally the Aidenids. Ephesus remained the most important city of the Byzantine Empire after Constantinople through the 6th century AD. However, silting of the harbor soon made the port inaccessible, and the city suffered a rapid decline. The marble used in building construction was stolen for housing, and then Arabs sacked the city several times over the next 100 years. By 1000 AD, it was merely a small village. Yet, when the Seljuk rulers took it over in the 14th century, the city sustained a resurgence as a center for pirate activity, specifically raids on nearby Christian ports, with additional structures such as mosques and bathhouses being constructed. But by the 15th century, Ephesus was abandoned and went into ruin. During its height, the walls of Ephesus enclosed about 1,000 acres, providing space for a population of somewhere between 50 to 150,000, making it the third largest city of Asia Minor, behind Sardis and Alexandria. Historically, Ephesus was an important Christian city. As early as 52 AD, the Apostle Paul preached there for 3 years. The Apostle John died there, the only one of the apostles not to die as a martyr. There is a legend that Mary, the mother of Christ, spent her last years there. Near to Ephesus is a small brick building reported to be the last home of Mary, although other sources say she died and was buried in Jerusalem. Special buildings in the Ephesus ruins included the Temple of Artemis, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. At that time, it had over 100 pillars, standing over 50 feet high. The most impressive structure at the site is the reconstructed facade of the Library of Celsus. Once holding 12,000 scrolls, the second largest collection of scrolls after the Library of Alexandria, it is named for the Greek governor Tiberius Julius Celsus Pomeranius, who ruled in 105 AD and who paid for its construction. He is buried beneath its floor. The inside is surprisingly small, only 1,900 square feet, about the size of a 3-bedroom startup home. The Great Theater, with a 25,000 seating capacity, is believed to have been the largest in the ancient world. During Greek rule, it was used as a theater. The Romans turned it into a gladiator arena, with a gladiator cemetery found nearby in 2007. The Temple of Hadrian dates from the 2nd century AD. The various reliefs are casts from the originals now displayed at the nearby Ephesus Archaeological Museum. They include the Roman Emperor Theodosius, his wife, and his son. Along the main street, one can find recovered mosaics that were floors of the richer residents of the city. One of my favorite restored ruins is this public toilet system, flushed by an underneath aqueduct system. The city had 6 aqueducts supplying adequate water for its citizenry. If you love archaeology and history, a visit to Ephesus should be high on your bucket list. Thank you for watching. If you like my videos, please subscribe. And check out my website for my books.